Nah, that's my youngest that hit that.
That's the youngest one?
Hey, man.
I thought that was the other one.
No, man. This is fucking ridiculous. I know how strong this kid is so strong. I remember 2 years ago in Orlando, we were training. Me and Ramy were training, the last couple of days. Chat was always there, and he trained with us.
Morgan, yeah.
And Morgan was holding his own, man. 14 years old.
Yeah.
He held his own with the Mr. Olympia. I swear to God.
Man, I thought that was the other one.
No, that's the young one, man. Yeah.
Big as fuck right now, too.
Yeah. He's pretty tight.
Yeah. He's bigger than me.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
What? He's what?
245.
235.
235. Yeah, he's
35,
still bigger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 19 when I was around that damn weight.
Yeah. Were you already lifting weights when you were 19?
Oh, yeah. I was lifting when I was 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You guys started early. Early.
The crazy thing about him, like what most people don't realize, so he started at 8, so he did start real early, but he went through puberty in the 2nd grade. So he had underarm hair.
Wait. You mean
in the 2nd grade?
The bed?
Yeah, dude, he had underarm hair, pubic hair in the 2nd grade.
Man.
Yeah, he had a full beard in 7th grade. Dude, he had maxed out testosterone at 980 at 12. 12.
Oh, boy, I know he was in that room.
Motherfucking corners, holy shit. I didn't even enter that motherfucker.
He had to be in there. He had to be in there. He had to in there double. Swam bam. Thank you. Damn. 980 at 12 years old. Shit. I'll be in prison.
Got tissue by the bed.
Yeah. You'd be in prison. Socks all over the place. Crusty socks everywhere. Here we go. All right. He's coming to Vegas too, right?
Yeah. The whole family is.
Yeah.
Dom is too.
All right, here he is. Markus.
Markus.
We're still waiting for him to connect.
There he is.
Here
we go. How you, Markus? Good to see you. Hey.
What up,
All
Mark?
the famous guys in bodybuilding, man. Great.
Yeah. We got the. It's about time. Markus was supposed to be on here like I don't know how long ago, but he ghosted me. So.
I remember that.
Yeah. You remember when he was supposed to be on and he didn't show up?
That's the choice words.
Yeah, I was pissed. I told him. Thank God that we saw each other a couple of weeks ago in Germany, and we cleared it up because it was a misunderstanding, I guess.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I would still be pissed. I'm like, fuck him.
You pissed on me. Never do this. Never do this.
Anyways,
Dennis,
yes.
when did you meet Markus for the first time?
When did I meet? Fuck, I don't even know. When did I meet?
You ever
Because
meet or when did you beat? You ever beat me, Dennis? No, never. I don't know.
I beat you more than you beat me.
Did you ever see
Is that true?
We had that conversation too many times. He knows. We beat the shit out of each other.
But did you beat me when you look better, or just did you beat me?
I beat
You just beat me, but you never look better, right?
okay, Markus, you want to define it? I beat you, but I didn't look better. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you
But
look
Milos,
better or did you just
Milos,
beat
serious. I see so many pictures also on Instagram, which you post, and you look phenomenal. Seriously, you look better on the pictures that I expect when I remember back in time. You look phenomenal.
Hey, I do the
when I
same
see all
thing.
these guys today, Chris, you as well. I
do the
think
same
we guys we look really good. We look really good. Back in
Yeah,
the years, we look really good.
But
Yeah,
Markus,
I think we all try to look at each other in with the worst way possible, so it make us feel better mentally when we're going against that person. That's what I
Who
think.
would get? Okay, guys. Question for all of the chat. You too. Who was really the freakazoid of the freakazoids?
yeah, I mean,
Who
Markus,
was it? Who takes that title?
Well, listen, you know why I ask? Because Dennis, you didn't meet Markus when he was 97 pro debut Markus. It was not the same Markus like you saw him like
but I tell you this much. I had a conversation with Markus at one time where he asked me questions. I don't know if he remembers that. That was before the New York Pro. And I gave him an answer. You remember that, Markus? And that's
Not
when
really.
and then he
Totally.
showed up to the New York Pro like which I think was the best Markus to ever step on any stage.
On a conversation.
When was it? The last one?
The one that
remember
the first one you won.
Okay, was 2002.
Yeah, that was when you stepped on that stage. It was probably the biggest, freakiest ever. You know, when you look at the freakazoid, I think the freakazoid title goes to Markus.
But I have no idea what I did in this year. What I did different to all the other years. I have no idea. I don't know why I look this crazy this year. I have no idea. Maybe I eat more oatmeal or whatever. I have no idea why I look this crazy in 2002.
I have to jump in. Markus, 2002, we talked about, I sent you emails about how I use insulin.
Ah, here we go. Because I told him the same. I told him the same because he asked me to.
Maybe I never read these emails. I don't know.
Yeah, you were responding to. But
I remember this conversation. I meet you in the gym after the photo shoot for the Flex magazine, and we spoke in my hotel room about this. I remember that, Milos. I remember that.
Yeah. But listen,
support back in time. You gave me big support.
Yeah, I mean, listen. We all respected you, and we all knew how dangerous you can be. I mean, as Dennis defined it, you are a freak of the freaks. I mean. Rule when the whole goddamn audience goes, we know. And now that you're saying, you're probably referring to 99 British Grand Prix, in which, I managed to beat you. And of course, as good as I look at these shows, when I look pose by pose, I say, how on earth did I beat Markus? Look at Markus, right? But I think previously at Olympia, you didn't place well, not because you didn't look well, because you're supposed to fail the diuretic test, and then somehow they didn't disqualify you. They put you there like you place whatever. And normally when you go to European tour after the Olympia, judges just reflect the same placings.
Wait a minute. He failed the diuretic test. How did they know before the results that he failed the test?
Okay, Markus, you want to tell them? Yeah.
Milos, go ahead.
So did you refuse to do the test?
No, it was a test at the Olympia. Did you remember, Dennis, when they did the drug testing at the Olympias? When was it? Which year was it?
2001. 2001.
2001. And was it one more year, or was it only just 1 year? I don't remember.
No, 99. You all had to do it.
99. I wasn't there. 99. I wasn't on that stage.
And I remember that. Wayne DeMilia comes to me at this year.
That was
Markus, you missed the drug test because you put down toilet issue in your class. And I said, yes, that's right. I never did this drug test. And I remember me and Jay, we get positive after that drug testing.
2001, that was 2001. Yeah. That was the only time I remember. I remember the first Night of Champions I did was back in 1999, my very first one, where Wayne DeMilia called me. I remember he called me and told me, like specifically a couple of weeks before, said, just know we do a diuretic drug test. So I must have been the only one that came to New York without fucking using diuretics. Everybody else, man, I saw everybody else was fucked up. So we did the piss test. I remember we had to pee. Milos, you were there. We had to pee. We put that thing back. We compete after prejudging. I'm walking back in the dressing room. That shit's still on the table. Nobody ever touched it.
Nobody cares.
I was like, look at me.
It was just rumors. Just I can tell, hey, we're doing the drug testing and we are a clean sport and blah blah blah. It was like they want to have the qualification for the Olympic Games. That's what Wayne DeMilia told me back in the years.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So I know 99 Markus failed the test because he tried to trick the guy. And the guy was impossible to trick because in the bathroom, I mean, literally he would, stare at your dick and say, hey man, I mean, get away! I can't focus.
Give me some space.
Give me some space, yeah. but 98 Olympia, the same thing. I remember I didn't place top 10. I was walking, away through Madison Square Garden, and then there was a room, and sure enough, there are all these drug test boxes that they had.
Yeah.
So they didn't test it. But 1997, okay, I did a Night of the Champions, and I got the phone call from Bain. Bad news. Okay, what is it? You failed the test. I said, no, it's impossible. Oh, but here it is. You use pyretinide. I say, indeed, yes, it's called Taulis in Italy. Show me where it's in the list. And I was not in the list. And he couldn't do it. So they did test it back in the day. And
they test in 2001 too, because Jay came back with 5 different diuretics in his system.
Okay, that's what they ask him. How can you get 5? Okay, think about it. Okay, if you take aldactone, or if you take aldactazide, that's 2, right?
Right.
If you take diazide, it's also 2. Phamterin and hydrochlorothiazide, that's phenylalactone. Then you have to be like either Bumex or Lasix, right?
He probably did some Lasix the day off. Who knows?
Yeah, shit. All right, but Markus, 97, you look like a normal human being.
Yeah.
I don't think Markus ever looked normal. I remember Markus when he got his pro card at the International German Championship.
It was 97.
Yeah.
It was
97 even then you could see that this is a freak, regardless.
Yeah, but Xavier Fuchs see me the first time, and he was in the audience, and he gives me a trophy. It said, Markus, you will do your way in the bodybuilding professional league. But still, I look at Xavier. I said, listen, if I have to look like this, it's not going to happen for me to put on 20 more kilos, because Xavier was 145 in off season. And I was only on 125 in off season and 115 on the stage, but I put on 20 kilos more. So
what was your weight? Do you remember your exact weight at the New York Pro in 2001 or 2002?
130 to 132.
Okay, so we're talking we're talking the 290s.
290 around, 290s.
290 exactly.
The fullness back then was what was impressive to me, and I think I mentioned this in my very first training video that I did, back when I said back to basics. Not back to basics. This is the way I do it. And I remember because I was living in Thailand and I needed motivation, and all the motivation I got was from them old VCR tapes from people's training, or I think about the person that I admire for that certain body part. And I remember I always said when I trained chest, I always think about Markus, this big fucking chest, this big fucking chest. This gave me so much motivation. You have no idea. And I was really able to get that full round chest just off of, just to get that motivational kick.
Hey, Dennis, did you get fan mail back then or no?
Yes.
Got fan mail?
Yes, but not like.
That was our DMs right there.
Yeah, but not like getting the thousands of letters a day. I got every now and then I got some fan mail sent to the gym back in Thailand.
Hey, look at the screen.
Cool back then, though, right? You're like, damn.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the first time I see everybody, right? But I'm looking at the screen, and we are all like this wide. And look at Markus, filled up the screen.
Yeah, but only fat.
The motherfucker's still huge.
Yeah. What is it? 130 kilos anyway?
Around that, yeah. Seriously, I don't.
So he's still 286.
Yeah, but I don't have this much focus. Seriously, my focus is just on business and family. I don't care about training. I do it 3-4 times a week. I train as heavy as I can, but it's not that focused anymore. I'm not crazy. Believe me.
Do you eat? You still eat?
Yeah, but whenever I want. I ask you, Dennis, are you hungry? Are you eating enough? And I said, I eat when I want. And it's the same as me.
Yeah.
I don't get crazy. If I want, I eat chocolate. If I want to eat a burger or fries. But I'm not crazy anymore.
So naturally, before you start lifting weights, were you always like one of the bigger boys?
No, I was tiny.
Really?
Very tiny.
Huh.
When I was a kid, I was really fat. And then I lose weight, I lose fat because I play soccer or football in Germany. And then I get a very tiny kid, very small, very lean. And then I start training and then I get fat again. That's the main story. And that one day, one guy said, "Hey, you look good, you look crazy. You have to go on the stage." And that's what I did in '95. And then I won the German shows and blah blah. And that's the story. It's not a big thing. It's not like my dream comes to be a pro bodybuilder, or my dream comes to be. It's like step by step, Dennis.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was your way, guys. I have no idea. My way was not. I want to dream of that way. It's just like it happens. It happens.
Yeah. You don't have to do crazy stuff to get big. That's obvious.
No. I think some people are talking too much and doing too less to get their dream. It's just like talking today, and
Yeah, it's true. It's true though. It's true.
and science. They just talk about science, and they talk about this and how many reps and how many sets. I think you can tell the same story. It's here in Germany. It's crazy. Then as you are in Germany, people are going crazy for science, and it's not science. It's like
It's all science now. True. It's all now. There's so many coaches out in Germany. I never heard of them before in my life. Now,
most of them train not longer than 2 years.
Yeah.
They
bro, there's people out there right now. They talk about stuff that I don't even know what the hell they're saying. To be honest, I'm trying to understand. Wait a minute, where are we? It's kind of like now, all of a sudden, we used to train. We used to go to the gym. It doesn't matter if the fucking equipment was red, blue, or green. Who cares? Now, every time I go to the gym and if I want to do something, I got to fucking rubber that bullshit first with rubber bands. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? People put rubber bands on everything. Now, you can't do that shit yourself, you know? So that's where I can see that there. But in Germany, they are at the point where everybody is a coach now. Everybody is a contest prep coach, make it even worse. Yeah. And they go off of what they read. Google, Dr. Google is probably the responsible.
And they all natural and they all vegan.
Yeah.
The most important thing.
But talking about the coach, Chad, we have you on here. I can't forget you. Let's talk about the Olympia. The Olympia is about less than 4 weeks away. Where we at, man? Where we at? You got two guys that everybody's talking about right now in the show. That is William Bonac and of course Ramy. Now, as a coach, where are these guys at this point, and what do you see happening at this year's Olympia? Knowing that guys like Nick Walker, who's on a serious mission, and all the other guys, I got to mention all of them, but I don't have the time. So, what do you think? Where is William, and where is Ramy at this point, a few weeks out from the Olympia?
Both of them right where they need to be. It's actually kind of crazy because we were talking about this, like depending on whose pictures I get that day. So, I may get Williams first and I'll look at him and I'll be like, God damn, like he's so good right now. You just think like, how in the fuck could anybody beat him? And then I'll get Ramy's pictures and I'll be like, oh shit, like how the fuck could somebody beat him? And it's crazy, but it's nice because they're, the both of them are so different in what they do, how they train, like the diets are completely different. Everything is completely different, but both of them are basically in about the same spot. I mean, they're both right where they should be, like 100% right on the money. And the good thing about Ramy is, really for the last 2 years, we've been trying to accomplish, a certain look. In the first year we came pretty close, but I mean, we were still trying to figure things out that first year. And I mean, obviously the outcome was good. Last year there was a lot of hurdles. We didn't, really get to where we wanted to be. This year, everything is, I mean, really what I've been looking for during the whole prep, and I mean, during the whole time that I've been with him. And I mean, everything's spot on right now. Yeah.
Something Milos said, I don't know where, on some podcast, comes to mind right now. And I want to throw this at you, Chet. Because, we're trying to see, Ramy, if he's 100%, can he be beat? Who is the most dangerous guy to Ramy when it comes to sheer muscle? And Milos pointed this out, and I was like, you know what? He's absolutely right. Even though William is much shorter, when it comes to sheer muscle size, density, do you agree with Milos that William is very dangerous even for Ramy?
Do I say? Do I?
You said that. Something.
You asking me?
No. I'm asking Chet. I'm not asking you. You already said it. I got it from you.
100%. Because here's the thing: William is different than Ramy. Okay, so we're looking at two different bodybuilders. But when you look at muscle packed on skeletal structure, William is potentially one of the most complete bodybuilders in the world right now. And he can get in shape. He can get dry. He can get thin skinned. He can get grainy. So he possesses a bunch of weapons that are fucking dangerous on a 5'6" frame. Very, very complete. Very, very, can he out-muscle Ramy? Well, in a pure size sense, nobody can out-muscle Ramy. But when you look at his physique based off of his skeletal structure, he carries as much muscle as anybody on stage. And that becomes fucking dangerous for anybody.
Yeah.
Can I jump in?
Yeah. Go ahead, Milos.
So, because this is great discussion. William Bonac beat Ramy 2020 Arnold Classic, right? The same year that Ramy ended up winning. So is this possible? Yes, it's been done already. But here is the thing. As much muscle as William has, he has a very narrow structure that is exposed in front relax, front lat spread, back lat spread. Okay, so 3 poses, he's going to clearly lose to many guys. Ab shot, as much as he improved it, but really, if you analyze it, we are not talking as a fanboys, we are talking as the analysts.
Yeah, but
right?
Milos, he can only lose this pose to people that are in great condition.
Yeah, assuming everybody's going to be
okay, because we got to point that out too.
Yeah, because that Hadi Choopan is going to be crazy condition, and Ramy and all this. So I love William, and I love what you guys doing. He, as Chad pointed out, structurally he has probably per square inch most quality muscle out there, right? It's like dense, fibrotic everywhere. I just think that what I've seen many times in the front relax, lat spread, he would be blown away. But even Hadi Choopan, when he opens up, you can't ignore it. Same like Markus back in the day. I mean, that width was ridiculous. I mean, I just wish that somebody can stop the time and put the Markus next to Big Ramy, right? That would be the show we don't like to see. Yeah,
that was my nightmare.
Yeah. What do you say?
Hey, Chad.
Yeah.
When it comes to William and his physique structure, length, does that have anything to do with how much food you push to that person, or less, or anything like that?
Some of the things. I mean, he's not super tall. He's got a little bit shorter torso, and he packs a tremendous amount of muscle. Right. So. And he's very, very complete. I mean, his lats literally attach at the waist. I think they're attached to his fucking obliques. Like they're like fucking crazy. But you got to watch that. Obviously, we can't blow his waist out. One of the things that we had to work on all year, and you'll see drastic improvements on this, is the abs, because we wanted to give that illusion, to basically capitalize on as much as we possibly, can. And I think that, but again, he's eating 5 meals a day. We kind of watch things, he's not, luckily he's not, a big guy, but as far as huge weight, but then in, a sense of muscle, he is a huge guy, and so we don't, he's 200 and he's probably going to be 240 on stage, which is fucking crazy when you think about, for his height and stuff. But again, we don't have to push crazy amounts of food.
Then that same type of question for Ramy, because I know Ramy, he's a lot of body out there, but I don't know what type of food that he would consume, especially he got a longer torso, right?
Yeah, he's a big eater though. Ramy's a big eater, and it's funny because he likes certain foods, and he's big on fish where most people don't want to eat fish all the time. He could eat fish literally at every meal. And so that was one of the things I found out right off the bat, and stuff like that. But his food amounts, he's on the off season, he's 7 meals a day easily.
Chat. How many calories did Ramy eat today? How many
I
calories?
mean, calorie wise, I mean, I don't monitor him all the time because they adjust, but I mean, he's probably in the off season 4,500.
And that's not much for a guy like his
No,
size.
45, maybe 5,000.
Because I always tell people he's not that big of an eater when he comes to when you look at his
He's not,
size.
yeah. Yeah,
'Cause-
and a lot of that. I mean, in the off season, he's big on bread. You know this,
Yeah,
Dennis. Like
yeah,
he
yeah.
wants bread all the time. And
He
stuff.
doesn't eat. When you see him eat, you cannot believe that this guy goes up to 350 something pounds. You know, and now because Chad said he's a big eater. He's a big eater now because he's fucking hungry. you know?
Hungry, yeah.
He called me yesterday with FaceTime that I was eating my breakfast. He asked me, "What are you eating?" I said, "Nothing, just eggs and rice." And he like,
I wish I could have that. Huh?
yeah, he wished he could have that. And his face yesterday,
That's my man right there.
his face was so sucked in. I've never seen his face this deep. Chet, compare Ramy now to 2020.
2020, he's 10% better right now. And that's not. I know. Every fucking nutritionist goes like, "Oh, he's going to be the best he's ever been," and this and that, and blah 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 blah. He's legitimately 10% better, like legitimately, you know. And
But
I
it's
mean,
better in
there's a few
conditioning
things
or
like the
it's better on
mindset.
size?
Say
What's
what?
that?
Say what, Marcus?
It's better in conditioning or it's better on size?
Both.
Chat.
He's both. Yeah, he's definitely bigger. He's right in about the 315 range right now.
143 yesterday.
Yeah, and conditioning wise, like super lean, super thin skin, starting to get that graininess. Quads are all the way into the hip. Glutes are already in, and he has one side that cross strides better than the other side. Now the other side is more intricate detail. He's just better overall. And honestly, I know a lot of people were always like, he doesn't need to be big. He doesn't need to be big. He's the biggest he's ever been condition-wise right now, and in my opinion, he looks better this way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because
Very
his
impressive.
overall structure he carries so well that he just looks more impressive, bigger.
Very impressive. It's really, it's very impressive. Huh?
Dennis, have you
see it.
seen
Yes, I have.
have you seen the new pictures?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
With where the quads are all veiny and shit?
Yes. You're talking about the ones where he's standing next to his stepper?
Stepper.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
Yeah. That's
it's crazy.
holy shit. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Is it real or is it joke?
No, this is
right?
real. This is real. This is real.
It's
This is real. It looks like, I always tell people, it's very hard to impress me because I've seen them all. I stood next to you, Marcus, Chris, Ronnie. It's hard to impress me. Every fucking time. And he's kind of like this. In clothes, it doesn't come across like that. In training, it doesn't come across. Even if he wears a t-shirt, it just doesn't come across. If you look at pictures, it doesn't come across. If you look at him in real life, and this is why I can't wait till Chad really sees them, because this is another 20%.
Wow.
Size. The size, you will not see his size on pictures. I don't know why this is. Some people, they look better on pictures, and some people just look better when you see him in real life. And Ramy is the one, he's much more impressive when you see him in real life. So many times we trained, and I tell him, come on, let me see what you look like after the training. Every time he pulls his shirt off, I'm like, his head is not even, it's still covered. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? The size is crazy. It's crazy. Maybe because I'm so small now, I don't know. But it impresses me more than anything else.
You've seen everyone, but
And
we all
it gets
see.
older, that's why.
Probably, that's another thing. I'm old as fuck too.
Yeah. Marcus, Marcus, wouldn't you wish to stand next to Ramy at your all-time best and go size for size? Because size rules, right? You are the one that put this on the map. And when you showed up,
Sure. I mean, I see Ramy a couple times in real, and I think if somebody wants to do cardio, just walk around Ramy, and that's the cardio.
if he wants to do a marathon, they go about around two of you.
Yeah. Sure, it will be very interesting to be like my conditioning in 2002 and Ramy's conditioning today. It will be a great comparison, no matter what.
Don't you think, do you think, Marcus, that you was like we had some big guys, but you think you were still maybe ahead ahead of your time as far as like the look that you had as comparable to the guys today?
I have no idea, Chris. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, just think. I just think
What do you
like
think?
he was
What
big
do you
as
think?
shit. So I was like, man, sometimes I didn't know. I don't know how the hell I beat Marcus, but okay.
That's what I think sometimes when I see people from Dennis, Chris, Milos. I wish we can turn back the time and put our conditioning on the Olympia stage today.
Yeah.
Same as Ronnie, same as Jay. What will be happen? Dexter.
The English got a lot better too, huh?
Huh?
The English got a hell of a lot better.
Oh, his English is good now.
You didn't speak that much English back when we were competing, right?
No, he just didn't talk much. He always understood what was going on.
Oh, really?
He just didn't.
Yeah, I always understood.
He was not a talker. He was more like a listener, I guess.
Hey, Dennis, this all I remember Marcus right here. Look.
Yeah. Calf, pumping up the calves. Yeah. I remember the first Olympia I did
That's
where
Marcus
I think it was
backstage.
2000. The first Olympia in 2000 where I was like, and Marcus always managed to come out of the bathroom with his ex back then.
People always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else. Every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, you know I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on trifecta.
I'm like, in the beginning, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in the bathroom with us? Like, is he getting a blowjob or something?
I get pumped up
Hey,
and
but
then I come out of the toilet.
Hey, but he be butt ass naked though.
He'd be in the bathroom pumping up before he come. Marcus would not come out of the bathroom before his shit was on swole.
Yeah, that's exactly the truth, Dennis. Because I see all you guys and I say, fuck, they look crazy. I need to pump up. And then I go in the pump up area.
He's pumping up before
I can look better. It's just for myself, companion. It's just like for myself.
Yeah.
Everybody feels better when you get pumped up, right?
Right?
Before the on stage, and that's why I did it in the toilet. I was by myself, and I talked to myself, said, "You look good, you look good, you look good." And then I look at you, asshole, Dennis, and I say, "Fuck, how big is this asshole?"
It's like, yeah, it's always like that. You could be the biggest guy in the show. You still look at the other guys like, fuck, he looks bigger than me. Why is his arm so big? You know, it's normal. It's normal.
How must you feel when you look at Ramy now?
Yeah.
How does it feel? To be backstage at the Olympia and you want to be there because you want to win, and then Ramy comes in the light.
I have a feeling that this year, backstage at the Olympia, when the guys go back, and there's going to be a whole bunch of them, it's going to be like over 30. I think this year, there's going to be a lot of confidence killed as soon as the shirts come off.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is. Everybody that's on this is backstage knows what to look for, you know? And there's certain things that we see, and we all did that. We just didn't make it like official. We all looked at each other. Nobody wanted to take the jacket off before somebody else. Let me see. Oh, what do he look like? Let me see when he bend over. Do I see some glutes? you know what we're looking for. And I think this year is going to be a lot of confidence killed for a lot of guys because there's going to be some heavy bangers backstage at the Olympia. And I'm talking Ramy, William, Hadi, Nick, Samson. There are going to be some bangers backstage where all these guys that qualify for the Olympia thinking they're going to do some crazy shit. Going to get a reality check real fast.
Can't wait to see the mental game backstage. That's going to be tight as hell, dude.
Crazy.
It's always a mental game, Chris. Wasn't it a mental game always for you guys to be backstage and to look at each other and think how this eye look compared to this one?
Yeah.
They look good. Did I holding water? I just always keep holding water. I know that, but I keep holding water until I see you guys, and that was my main problem. I look better on the hotel room than backstage. It's like it's a mental game, especially at the Olympics.
You know what fucked me up every time backstage? Those fucking stupid ass mirrors. They fucked me up.
Yeah.
This mirror. Next time, every time I said next time I bring my own fucking mirror. This mirrors make you look like. They make me look, yeah. So Milos, let me ask you, man. Let me put you on the spot. What is Samson looking like? What can we expect? Anything
Great.
change?
I see him last night. There was like one of those things.
Is he here already? Is he in Vegas?
No. I see him posing. No, he's coming Monday before the show. A little bit late, but you know, that's how he likes it.
Don't you normally want your guys there a little bit earlier?
Yeah, of course, of course. But listen, I mean, you know that very well. But William Bonac did the same thing. After the Arnold, they both went back to Europe and then came back to Boston.
Right.
Like, why on earth would you do that, right?
I told William in Columbus, I said, listen, come back with me, stay with me, and go to Boston. Now he wanted to see his family.
So yeah, I mean,
I get it. I get it.
They all know I suggested it should be a couple of weeks at least, but you know, this is is your travel final. He's coming Monday. We're training legs on Monday in a Dragon's Lair. Yeah, listen, of course.
So you're going to train legs Monday before Friday, before the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One more
Did
time.
you train legs? Yeah, on Monday, right?
Yeah, I usually did like this a week out of the show, as you guys know. Like, you know.
How does the leg training look like on a week before the show?
No, it's not, Marcus, it's not even a week. It's literally 4 days.
5 days, yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. It's not going to be, listen, so why do we even train? Okay, at that point, we are still kind of depleting glycogen. You know, so to deplete the glycogen, you have to go something heavy. You just do a little bit more volume, a little bit squeeze, just to empty the bottle, right?
Yeah.
Empty all that stuff because, you know, I'm always firm believer, if you're going to carb up somebody, you better deplete them so you can super compensate. Because that's the only reason why we would carb up. I mean, at least, you know, myself. Yeah, if you keep it normal and you don't do disturbances, you can go with less. But if you're trying to push later, for me, it's much better to empty before I would, you know, try to put it in. So that's why, I mean, he has the craziest legs. I mean, I don't know if people realize how good, complete, hamstring, quads, lateralis, medialis, separation, cross striation. He has everything. So for me, you see, I know that he has a similar physique to Brandon Curry, you know, and we probably put him next to Brandon Curry, and he's going to beat Brandon in a, you know, lower half department in just about anything, right? So, you know, that's how I see it. Are they going to give?
So are you saying he's going to lose to Brandon in upper body?
No, but he's going to beat the Brandon in lower body. That I can say.
There's about
upper
20,
body,
there's
you
about
know,
20 more guys that would do that. But let's talk about the upper body.
You said it, not me. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna just keep it real. So are you saying he's losing against in the upper body, or can he beat
No,
him
I
in the
mean,
upper body?
listen, we see them competitive. Okay. We probably don't have a time to do it right now, but I would love that. Let's do each and every pose and dissect everybody.
I shouldn't even ask you because you biased a little bit. But you're right. I'm gonna ask Chet. Chet, can Samson beat Brandon?
I think he definitely can beat Brandon if you look at everything, because like Milos said, from the waist down, he's so much more dominant than Brandon. And then even though maybe Brandon beats him in a couple shots, or he's got a couple body part, you know, that is maybe a little bit more superior right now than Samson, but overall, when you look at everything, Samson might be a little bit more complete than Curry right now.
Yeah.
And so because of that, now if everything is equal, and I have to think that Samson's conditioning is going to be better, I think, than Curry's. That could potentially give him the edge. That doesn't mean he's going to beat him, but
I totally agree. I just hope that he gets a chance to stand next to him.
yes, yeah, and battle.
That's the only way this can happen. If he doesn't get the chance to stand next to him, this will not happen.
This Samson's first Olympia?
This is his first one, yeah.
Oh shit.
You know? But listen, the hype is real, and you know there's a lot of hype on him, and you know they gotta give him a look.
There's so many guys that
But is he going to get a chance to stand next to Brandon? That's when we'll see what we want to see.
Because you know the judges already respects Brandon's look. I mean, he places well all the time.
Yeah. And he deservingly so. I don't want to say he doesn't deserve where he's at. He's absolutely is. And from what I hear, what people are saying, that this is going to be the bigger Brandon, and you know. So, but everybody's saying the same. This is the best he's ever been, and he's going to be better than ever.
I picture today on Instagram from Brandon, but you only see the upper body, and it looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Looks phenomenal.
Yeah, but he always looks like that.
He put out some size and conditioning, but anyway, everybody knows it's not the upper body; it's the lower body part, which is Brandon's problem. So,
Well, the front of the quad,
not so much from the side, but from the front. Yeah.
front is looking pretty good. I don't know about.
But Brandon is so good that if his legs are just a little bit fuller than they usually are, it's going to help him.
Yeah, and separation is there. The only thing, and you've seen it, standing next to Ramy, and he just slightly relaxed him, and then you can see a major difference.
Yeah.
So if I'm his coach, I say, Brandon, you don't have a commodity of relaxing your legs for a microsecond.
Right.
I got to keep it there. I mean, but look, if I'm Brandon and his coach, he needs to come with that fullness in size because he's going against the Ramy. But conditioning, if it's not there, he can slip by many guys that's going to out condition him.
Right.
So he's in a weird position, because we all love his physique. I mean, that front double biceps, lat spread, Jesus Christ. I mean, that V taper, it's phenomenal. Round muscle bellies. I like his side chest, side triceps.
Side chest is awesome because he has a good leg from the side. I mean, he has a nice hamstring drop. Hamstrings don't look nothing like from the rear than it is from the side. From the side, he's got a good leg.
I was sitting next to him in Dubai.
Curry,
I was sitting next to him to Dubai. And when you're looking from the side like this is like hanging, like, oh shit, this is like huge leg, right? But I don't know what it is. Some guys can grow this way, but frontal view, yeah, right. But Markus, speaking of that, initially you were just crazy monster upstairs, and legs were kind of.
He's switching the subject, like boom, go from somewhere else.
Because let's expect we all love Markus, and we never touch the subject of it. We're gonna come back to Olympia all the time. But how often do you have a Markus rule?
Thanks for running the show, Milos. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm a fan. So Markus, first Dennis told you, your fucking chest inspire him, and Dennis's chest, oh my God, I was always blown away. But you, which I noticed in most of your videos, you were doing all these wide grip benches and all this shit. And you particularly, you had that outer chest that goes from here and then goes sideways and then comes
around the back and come back on the other side. Yeah.
Was that
fucking crazy?
Little special or what? Because now when I'm doing it, every time when I go wide, I say Markus rule. Whoever I train, let's do the Markus rule. What does it mean? It means go all the way wide.
Yeah. But you know what? And I do the same with people when I tell people when we do flies, go stretch extra wide. Because I think if you open the chest up more, you have more room to fill out at the end. That was my logic.
But Markus, this is how you started from the beginning? Yeah. Wide? Is this for a reason?
It feels better. It's just about the feeling. It's
easier.
not about science or what's wrong or right. It's just like the feeling. I feel it better. I get a better pump. That's why what's if I use the wide grip.
See, for me, it was the other way around. For me, it was a little bit closer because I can get a contraction when I come up.
And I looked Dennis videos, and that's why I was learning a lot.
You don't see me do no wide bench presses.
No. Okay. But I see a video always from Tsuro Kaba. Your training video. I don't know where it was built. Was it in Thailand?
That was the one in Thailand. That was the first one. This is where I said that I'm watching. I'm thinking about you when I train chest.
And you wear like a shirt with which is see your chest.
The platinum, the rack top.
That one was crazy, and I feel like. Can you put a glass of water on your upper chest? I'm sure it will be
easy. I put a whole bottle up on there. Not anymore, though.
Right, huh?
Shit. I can put a bottle on my ass now.
Yeah, on my belly.
No. But that was crazy.
Markus or Dennis, most muscular shot, who wins between you two?
Most muscular?
Most muscular.
Markus, he was more muscular. More muscle wins the most muscular.
I don't know. I get it there. Yeah, I mean, Markus is freaky.
Yeah, did you remember the shot between?
It depends on which one. There's different most musculars. I give him the crap shot because his sheer size. I'll take this one though. I'll take this one because I got the triceps. Because I got the triceps.
I don't remember him doing that one. Did you do that shot, Markus?
No, he knew better. He knew better than not to do it next to me.
That shot. You did it. Yeah, he did it a little.
Yeah, he did it. But Markus never did it this way. He did it this way.
Yeah.
You remember? Yeah. It was all for Markus. It was all chest and biceps.
That's all I care about.
You tore the chest, Markus. You tore the chest towards the end?
2009. 2009.
Was from 2006 it starts. that it turns from the inner side to the outside, and even it goes more every year, even more. And I talk to so many doctors and professors, and nobody knows what's going on there. I see so many like Matthias Botthoff, Dennis, you know him. Matthias Botthoff has the same injury. And I have a lot of more guys in Germany, amateurs, which have the same problem. And nobody knows when is it torn, why is it torn, and what's the reason. Nobody knows what's going on.
So you just saw it, or did you feel it happening?
I'm not really feel it, but I saw it on stage. It starts on the right side, and then it goes to the left. And even more when you put my last pictures from stage 2010 in Dallas, and then I put this crap, not anymore, because I have this torn chest and it looks terrible. That was the main reason why I retired back in the years, because the chest was totally.
And nobody can tell you why or what happened. What's happening?
Nobody. You know, Dr. Rich.
Yeah,
Dennis, you know,
yeah.
Even he didn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So when did you do an MRI, MRT?
Everything.
So did they tell you it's torn?
Yeah, it was totally torn. It's like they get no more amino acids, and then they goes more torn, even more.
Yeah, because like you explained, you said it started in 2006 and it just went more, because it sounds to me like it atrophied. So not so much torn, but atrophied.
Yeah. That's the right word. I don't find the right word. That's
Okay,
the right word.
so it atrophied over the time and more. It's kind of like my calf. It just atrophied. I don't know why. I thought it looked like it was torn in the beginning, and I thought it was, but I had no pain. No pain.
I have it always. I have it always in the calves now.
Yeah.
On both sides.
I had no pain.
You know what my doctor said? He said it's about your age, and that's it. I don't know. Is it the age? I don't know. Is it all the stuff we're using over the years? I don't know if we get crazy. I have no idea. And even
normally I would say. Normally, I would say when something like this happens, when all of a sudden the body part starts atrophying, and this is not because you had a tear during a workout, and it atrophies. I would always think it's because maybe when you inject a body part, and you keep injecting the body part, and you eventually hit nerves and got some nerve damage, and that's why shit like this would happen.
But I never did it in my chest.
I believe you. I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying this is what I would think.
Yeah.
You know?
For the other muscles, For the other muscles.
Because everybody I see that use Synthol that I talk to, that wherever they used it, that body part atrophied in years down the road.
But I swear to God, guys, I would say if I do use something, I never use Synthol in the chest or anything else. Even I don't use it in my bicep.
What type of cycles were you doing though? Were you doing big ones or what?
Say it again.
Were you doing big cycles back then? Because that's what people probably would think is.
They think the bigger you are, the more you take.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, it's not a thing. I just beat today. I have a doctor sit in the morning about my heart. I do it every year, and believe me, everything is okay. I know, Dennis. You know, Milos, Chris. Everybody says this guy is how much use and how much problems.
That's why we all dead and not here no more, because we use so much.
Yeah, we are all around 50. Milos, Chris, you guys are a little bit older than me and Dennis.
Almost
right?
60, yeah.
No, I'm one of the older ones here on the table. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dennis,
I asked you so many times.
I'm going
You're 55,
I'm going on 57 now.
57.
Yeah.
But you look younger than I did. What's going on?
It's the black genetics, my friend.
Yeah.
It's that little bit of chocolate in me.
Yeah, but you have a German in you anyway, so that's a combo. But Markus, you're 50 right now, right?
I turned 50, yeah. I get 50 next year, February, yeah.
So what Chris was trying to find out, and myself and the whole world, what were your cycles? Was it unreasonable? Was it Heiko Kalabach? You know, I'm living proof that no amount of steroids can kill the man.
I heard that he said that to me too, so I can vouch for that.
I talked to Heiko so many times, and he told me some numbers. And Milos, seriously, I can't believe what he said to me. I can't believe what he said to me. He said, "Come on, you're joking, right?"
Yeah. No, I believe it. I believe it because he told me one time on my way back from Hungary, where he competed. I think Milos, you competed in that show too. At the airport the next day, he told me that listen. I'm like Milos said. You can't die from steroids because if you could, I would be dead. That's Heiko. That's Heiko talking to me.
Funny, man.
I didn't ask him how much. He just told me you can't die from steroids.
I hear some numbers from him, and I swear to God.
But what are your numbers?
What are your numbers? Let's say for the New York Pro in 2002, what was Marcus's cycle?
Not a big deal.
If you can remember.
About units, 8 units a day.
How much?
It was 125 milligrams of testosterone every day, and 50 milligrams stenosolol every 3 days. 100 not milligram, was it cc T-bone?
What?
T-bone,
Oh, T4.
Yeah, T4.
100 micrograms.
And then I take for the things 8 to 10 units of insulin. That's it.
And how about Proviron? The nothing?
Nothing. And so
Milos, I got to be honest. In Germany, people don't know about all this shit. Proviron and Rimidex.
No.
This is not common in Germany. It wasn't back then. It wasn't.
When I talk to you sometimes, I think by myself, what the hell is he talking? I never hear that.
No, I didn't know. Milos, I'm being honest. I had no idea until you told me about it. I had no clue that people take Proviron and take a Rimidex I was the same.
So, but I'm very happy.
But when I wish something, I would wish I worked with you, Milos, or with Chet when I'm in my best years. I wish I have a trainer which have all this knowledge to invites me, and maybe then I get.
Well, listen, Markus, since you're still the biggest guy on the panel, I mean, there's an Olympia, there's a Masters Olympia coming up next year.
Yeah, but then it's a different thing to get big and to get in the top conditioning like Ramy.
But can you imagine if Markus Rule said, "Okay, I'm going to do the Masters Olympia"? That shit would light up.
Okay.
That would be like a Christmas tree lighting up.
That is how that looks like. You, Chris.
We just talked about it. We just talked about it last week, and Milos said the right thing. He said, "Listen, what did he say? My wife was listening to this podcast from last week this morning, and she was laughing when Milos said it would hurt me to see you guys."
It's a shame when I look in the mirror every morning when I go in the shower. And I said, "Thanks to God, nobody see me else."
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, but you always have.
I know what you mean.
But the good thing is that you can get used to looking at shit, and you'll be like, okay, that's just what I look like now. I look at myself every morning. I'm okay with it now.
I figure people over 50 should throw away all the mirrors in the goddamn house.
It's not that bad.
I pass by. So who the fuck is this old man? Like, oh, that's me. Shit.
All right. Let me throw another question at chat.
Yeah.
Nick Walker. We all seen Nick Walker's videos and pictures. He's very open. What do you see when you see a guy like Nick Walker at this time, 4 weeks out? Oh, chat just disappeared. I said, well, does that mean he doesn't want to answer my question?
Chad likes Nick Walker. Remember when we were predicting, he saw him there.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's wait till he gets back on. In the meantime, Chris, this question is for you.
Yeah.
Chris.
What? Nice talking to you, Chris.
Now this this question is for you now because you had Nick in fifth last week. Has anything changed?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. I think he's climbing up. And I feel like I think it might be doing him some good that he's in Vegas right now and paying close attention to his pose. And I didn't really like his posing from many of the shows he did before. So I think, I think he's closer to that 3 area now.
See, I know things are changing, and people should not take us 100% serious because, like I said, every day.
You know what I'm noticing? His body is a little busier than it's ever been as far as development, and I think that's gonna help him because, like I say, he plays really well when he didn't even look like this.
Yeah, right.
You know, so.
But how big is Nick Walker? Is he bigger than Ramy? I see sometimes pictures from.
No. He's big. No, nobody's bigger than Ramy. He's very big for his height.
Yeah.
So and I remember I seen a picture where he was asked a question what he think he's going to be on stage. He's going to be, he said, some 255. For his height, 255 is huge.
Yeah.
Because he's got a couple of body parts that, like his arms is almost too big for at least one arm. One arm is way bigger than the other one. So, so it's almost too big for he can barely do a fucking double biceps. Because this one arm is pushing into the fucking forearm, he can't even get the arm up. So he has some tremendous body parts. I'm really impressed with him by how he controls his midsection, because I know how hard it is when you're that tall, or that short, tall, or whatever you want to say, with that size, how hard it is to control that midsection. That takes a lot of effort, Yeah. So that's where he impresses me the most. Oh, here he is.
It's going to take that on stage also.
Yes, and he has super control on stage. I don't give a fuck what pictures they find online right now for him relaxing his stomach. Let him relax his stomach. He's not on stage. But as soon as he steps on stage, he sits tight, and that's all that matters. So, Chad, did you hear?
How does Ramy do that?
Ramy's got a flat stomach. He doesn't have any issues. He don't have to pay attention to his stomach at all. Even if he lets it go, it will not stick out. I don't get it. I tell you, motherfucker, how the fuck is that happening? Yeah. My shit, if I wouldn't, my shit would be out here. I'm jealous when I see, and I was always jealous back then. Chris, I was jealous like a motherfucker. How this guy walk around breathing heavy and his stomach is still in? I didn't get it. I didn't understand. No, it's not. It's practice. It's practice. Okay, hold on. It's practice, Milos, when you have that problem and you can control it. But then there's people like Chris, Melvin. These guys didn't have to control it. They just don't have no distension.
Well, ask Melvin himself. I mean, he's going to tell you. He just posted a week ago. He says, Milos, goddamn, even now, 20 years later, I'm getting into the car and I get in the seat and I keep my abs tight because you told me. I'm telling you, Dennis.
Me too, now. 20 years too late.
Yeah, but we have a tendency, of course, you let it go.
I'm vacuuming right now while I'm talking to you.
But if you did this your whole life, you'll be
too late.
Now that you say it, you see, Ramy doesn't have to pay attention. He has the flat abs. So I had a good abs, and I never really pay attention. But now I'm looking at my videos, 93, like, what the hell I was doing? I didn't, glue it to my spine. I didn't pay attention. And it was like, oh, shit. It looks horrible.
Yeah, horrible. No, yeah. You want
to know something? You want to know something different, though? Back in the day, everybody fucking trained abs.
Yeah.
And now they don't. They train them a little bit before the show. When I get with an athlete, I'll be like, okay, what are you doing for abs? Oh, I don't train abs. It's from heavy lifting and all this. And I'm like, well, with me, you're going to start training fucking abs. Like, we do X amount every day. And they're like, well, I've never trained abs in my life and this and that and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, you have to do that shit. You have to.
Chad, did you hear the question before you
No, because my internet dropped.
Okay, so the question to you was, how dangerous is Nick Walker and where do you see Nick Walker after watching the videos and pictures that are out there?
So here's the thing. I think what Nick is doing is smart, because here's the thing. I mean, he's a freak. Like, there's no doubt. Like, he's a freak. But is he going to out-muscle Ramy? No. He's not going to out-muscle him. So everybody's talking about the mutant, this and that, and da-da-da-da-da. He's not – nobody's going to out-muscle Ramy. So why play that game? And I think what they're doing is they're going to push all in on conditioning, try to bring his waist in as small as they possibly can. I mean, he's not going to have the greatest, structure up there. But if he can improve on his – overall structure, give it a little bit more, eye-appealing look, and just push all fucking in, even if he's smaller, because I think he does look maybe a little bit smaller, but he's starting to look better, I think. And so I think it's a little bit of a gamble, but I think to fucking take a shot at this year's Olympia, you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to gamble. Just like when we were talking, I was going to say, when we were talking about Curry, everybody's saying he's coming in bigger. He almost has to gamble that. Like, he almost has to, because if they push all in on conditioning, because everybody's like, oh, he's got to be conditioning. If he pushes all in on conditioning, he'll have no fucking leg left. And he'll be done.
Do you think that they play in the size game because they want to catch up with Ramy, or do you think they want to hold these other guys back?
I think a lot of them are playing that to hold them back.
Right.
I mean, look, everybody goes into the Olympia thinking they can win. But realistically, I think a lot of these guys would be satisfied with top 3 this year and then just keep taking steps forward. And, but at the same time, you've got, I mean, there's 10 guys that are literally moving forward at a rapid pace. Hunter Labrada, Nick Walker. Now we got Andrew Jack. We got this Crizzo kid. We got guys at a rapid pace stepping forward. Samson, who made huge fucking leaps and bounds this year. Those guys are getting ready to fucking interrupt the whole, the whole basis.
I see a change of guard. Next year.
100%.
Next year is a complete change of guard.
Yep.
There's a total different era starting next year. It might start this year in some areas.
Yes, I think it will. But
Yeah.
back to Walker, I think the game plan that they're going for is all conditioning. And honestly, I think they got to play that card at some point, and I think this would be the year to do it.
Marcus, what do you think?
I think, first of all, Ramy is unbeatable for me, because I love the size, I love the conditioning. I think Chad said he looks better than ever, and the reigning Mr. Olympia is unbeatable. He looks better than last year. First of all, I saw William a couple of weeks ago in Germany at a guest posing. I never see a guy who has so much muscle on this tiny body. For me, William is on number 2.
Just tiny William. No.
Yeah, who the fuck is ever coming on 3rd? I have no idea. It looks like it's so many things we have to put together. It's conditioning. It's what the judges want to have to see, and if Brandon comes on 3rd or not, we're gonna see. The story is who's coming to get the big surprise on stage. We all talk about names. Who can be the big surprise this year at the Olympia? What do you think, guys? Who can?
Samson,
which name we don't have on the list?
Yeah, let's everybody name their dark horse.
I got
Isaiah Labrada.
I got Derek.
Labrada can't be a dark horse. He's 4th place last year.
I got Derek.
Yeah, Marcus, Labrada cannot be a dark horse because he was 4th last year, so he's already in the mix.
I got Derek.
Derek?
100%. Derek.
Chad, dark horse.
I think it's Samson, because he's never been there. And I think that, we saw him a year ago. We saw potential, but it wasn't, he wasn't there yet. And based off of what we've seen, if you would have asked me, well, you did ask me the last time I was on here, I thought it was going to be Jack. I thought Andrew Jack was going to be the guy. I thought he would be in the top 6. I thought he would be the guy to really step things up. I don't think so now. I think honestly, I think Samson is ahead of him right now, and I see him mixing like really shocking, because people originally when we started looking at this group, Samson wasn't in the discussion. Like, he wasn't in the discussion. It wasn't until about halfway through the year people started being like, holy shit, this guy has fucking packed on some serious muscle, and he became, he got into the conversation. And now we've seen him, and you have to think, this is the other thing that I look at. When I look at guys, I look at like what they've accomplished, have they stepped forward, and then who's with them on their team. Okay, some guys are looking good, but okay, they've got limitations based off of who they're working with. That's not being disrespectful. That's just being the truth. You've got to think that Milos knows what conditioning is. His guys are always in shape, so you've got to bet he's going to be somewhere very, very close to 100%. Based off of that makes him very fucking dangerous. And I'm not just saying that because Milos is on the panel. That's just the way it is, And because of that, he jumps way high on my list.
Did Andrew Jack lose some kind of hype in the last couple of weeks that he's not being mentioned anymore?
I think so. Here's my thought on him, and I was big on him at the beginning of the year. I really was. I thought he had tremendous potential. I think he still has tremendous potential. I think what happened, though, was he went to the first show, and he was good. He deserved to win, clearly deserved to win. And, you know, they were saying, like, what, 80%, blah, 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 this and that. The first show, you have to answer questions. I don't give a fuck who you are. You got to answer questions. The second show you come into, you can't make the same mistakes that you did on the first show. You have to learn and you have to progress. They didn't progress, which tells me that the odds of them progressing into the Olympia is very, very, you know, slight. Like, is he going to improve a little bit? He could, but he could also go backwards because he's already dieted down relatively close. He then has to go up and then has to come back down. My thinking is he will be a little bit worse or maybe the same, and that will not get it done at this Olympic. So I think he has lost a little height.
Milos.
I mean, Samson is my guy, so you even mentioned I might be biased. I just
No, but you're still an expert, so you still know what you're saying.
Yeah. For me, of course, three guys that pop right away: Samson, Derek, and Andrew. But Andrew is an enigma. I promise you, that Andrew that I've seen with Steve Weiberger that day, he was like, oh Jesus Christ, okay, and you said it first time. You, Chris, and I were discussing that live stream from Texas, and what did you say? Oh, he jumped at you immediately. I mean, in 1 microsecond, it's winner, and then everybody else.
Right.
That's what he has. And then keep again, strategically, pictures, top six, first call out, so they all come out. So they have to be in front relaxed pose. Who looks most impressive in front relaxed pose? I mean, Andrew looks fucking phenomenal in that pose. Okay. First pose is frontal biceps. Okay, shit, that's his good pose also. Lat spread, his good pose also, right? So he would have maybe a little bit momentum right there. Just strategize.
But we don't do symmetry rounds anymore. So they're gonna come out with the mandatory. They're gonna come out. They're gonna come out with the mandatory poses, and that decides who's gonna make the first call out.
Yeah. So I'm a huge fan of Andrew's physique. He still needs a little bit improvements in the back, and especially hamstring glutes. And even when you look at his quads, quite good. Year ago, there was kind of weakness. Now, nobody says it's weakness, but it's still not Samson's legs, right? It's still not, Ramy's legs or Hadi Choopan and stuff. What I wanted to say, because you guys, even Markus, which opinion I respect so much, he failed to mention Hadi Choopan. Hadi has never been out of shape in his life. I mean, sorry, Logan is calling me. I have to, I have to call him later. So Hadi, for 3 years, is showing up in a crazy condition. He's going to bring it. This time he is here for like 4 weeks or something. Do you expect him to be anything less? And I do remember last year, Dennis, when we were watching the show, and I made you maybe a little bit nervous because I said, look at Hadi, because of his conditioning. There was many poses that I think he overtake Big Ramy. So if you think that,
if you judge condition,
but
listen, if you want to beat Ramy, then last year was your chance. That would have been the chance. If the judges don't give it to him over Ramy last year, then that was the last chance.
I agree with you that Ramy,
ain't gonna be no more last year. It's gonna be a little different. But I see what you're saying, and yes, condition wise, Hadi was the absolute most impressive guy on that stage because it really looked like fuck. Look at that condition. You don't see that no more. You really don't. You really don't see that.
And I don't know what it is, but maybe you notice there's so many Iranian guys that have this kind of granite condition. I mean, my guy Behruz, I don't know if you've seen
What is it? What do you think it is? What is it?
You tell me. I mean, but I've seen like 10 of them.
I think it has a lot to do with the training too for them, because that's all they have is training.
They also have a good stuff in pharmacy.
I understand. Yeah, let's say, of course, that too. But they train. I think they still train. They're still in the gym hours and hours and hours every day.
Yeah. But I just want Markus. You don't see Hadi Choopan as a top contender, for a second, third.
The thing is, I never see Hadi in live. I never see it real. I just see him in pictures. And that's why I can't say, is he better than Ramy? I just saw these guys on pictures together. And for my opinion, I see Ramy live, and I agree with Dennis. I think if you have a chance last year, you don't catch it, you don't have a chance again this year. So I think Ramy is unbeatable this year. Because
well, he's unbeatable if he's 100%, or if he's
for sure he will
right
be
there,
one
right there. But things can go wrong. You never know. I'm not going to. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to jinx nothing here. But what I'm saying is that if he's not 100%, there's 6, 7, 8 guys that can beat him easy, if they're on. You know, because he gets punished for not being on if he comes back like he did last year, he'll probably won't make top 5.
Yeah, I have to ask Chad, because you are the coach of both of them. You're gonna hate the question. How about Ramy at his best and Ronnie at his best?
Oh, I wouldn't even make that a question.
I do, because people ask me, and I say, hold on a second, don't ask me. Go, forward that question to Chad.
Here's the thing. I mean, I've had that question asked before, and
Million times.
if you look, and I mean, it depends what you think's the best. I mean, I like.
You diet down, train hard, and supplement smart for months. When the time comes to step on stage, don't leave your tan to chance. Go with the pros. Pro Tan. #1 worldwide since 1987, and the official sponsor of the Olympia for the last 15 years. Don't step on stage without it. Pro Tan.
The 03 version of Ronnie, because it was the bigger version. Now there's a couple others in there that are very, very good too, but Ronnie wins it mainly because he's literally peaked, perfect, maxed out, size-wise, conditioning, everything across the board. And I don't think we've seen that yet of Ramy. So because of that, and because of the muscle and the maturity that Ronnie had, Ronnie takes it. But I think that Ramy could potentially get there. He's just not quite there yet. But
can Ramy this year? See, we have 3.5, a little bit more than 3.5 weeks left. Can Ramy be in a similar condition than Ronnie back in 03?
I think so. It's going to be close. They have different looks to the muscle, obviously, so it's not going to be identical, obviously, but it'll be Ramy's version of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That 03 version.
Did you ever push Ronnie's physique and think like, oh shit, maybe we need to cut back some, or did you ever feel like?
Yeah, in 2004, we pushed it mainly, but we had a game plan because that was the first year that the lat became noticeable. And so we started to lose that fullness, and the lat started to atrophy a little bit. The triceps started to atrophy a little bit, and it was less noticeable at a heavier weight. And so we pushed into that, and that was the biggest he came in. That was definitely not one of my all-time favorite looks for him, but it was a necessity, because otherwise, if we'd have brought him down into conditioning, then that imbalance became way more obvious versus at a heavier weight.
I'm going to tell you this, and this is a statement. Olympia and most of the shows that won from the back, Ramy can never match Ronnie in the back double biceps, backline spread. Therefore, Ronnie would always win.
Okay, I have a good quiz for y'all. Let's do this here real quick. Let's do this. Okay, let's go post for post. Okay, honest opinion of all you guys. Ronnie, Ramy. Let's say 100%. Front double biceps. Who wins?
Ronnie.
Lat spread. Front lat spread.
Ramy.
Ramy wins that one. That was a bad pose.
All right. Side chest.
Ramy.
Ramy? No, Ronnie.
Side.
know.
What?
No, wait.
Slow down.
But here's the thing.
One at a time, guys. One at a time. Milos, go ahead.
Hadi Choopan.
Ronnie, big time. Look at him, 99, and not even mention 2003 that Chad is talking when he was British Championship. Go on my Instagram, you'll see many with me and Markus doing a side chest and all. Side chest of Flex,
Listen.
Kevin, and Ronnie. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, I agree.
You never
Are you
seen the
gonna
bigger
pick- are
arm.
you gonna-
You never seen the bigger biceps.
I get that, the size-wise, but we're looking at the aesthetic, everything when you come to that pose.
Here's what I get. When you look at him from the side, Ronnie, his upper chest and all of that shit is crazy. But when you look at Ramy from like the waist down, like the insertion, that hamstring into the glute, into everything.
I'm telling you, it's not Ronnie.
All right, let's do. Okay, we do it.
No way.
All right, hold on,
Wait.
hold on. We do it differently. Now we have 5 people on this panel
check
right now.
this out. Hey,
One more time. Front double, we all agree it's Ronnie, right?
Yeah.
Front lat spread, do we all agree it's Ramy?
Ramy.
Yeah.
Side chest, how many people think Ramy has a better side chest? Hold your hand up.
Who?
Who?
How many people think Ramy's side chest is better?
Ramy.
Ramy. So that's 3-2. So we already give it to Ramy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All right. Hold on. Listen. That's why we have 5 people. That's why we have 5 people.
It's a structure thing.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
Ronnie's
right.
structure wasn't like Ramy's. Is like
Well, the
We can
difference is-
we can
here's the
explain
difference.
all this out.
Ronnie had that giant. Ronnie had
Yeah,
that giant
dude.
quad from the side, but his hamstring sucked up,
yeah, man.
and so he didn't have a huge hamstring drop. His waist was a little bit wider from the side.
Yep,
but then
yep,
his
yep,
upper body,
yep. All right,
his
let's-
upper body was
Come on,
massive.
Milos. You've been close up to both of these guys.
Let's continue.
on, Milos.
Rear double biceps. No question.
Ronnie,
Rear lat spread.
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Lights out. Lights out.
Side triceps.
Wait.
Side triceps.
Ramy.
Ramy.
Abs and thighs.
Ramy.
Ramy.
Most muscular.
Ronnie. I
Ramy.
like Ronnie.
Everybody says Ronnie?
Yeah, Ronnie. I mean, today there is an Instagram picture of them two in that pose. But yeah, Ronnie.
All right. All right, listen. Here come.
I can take Ramy in the most muscular.
I can take him too, but I'll give you guys Ronnie. Here go the results, y'all. Are you ready? We have Ramy winning 1, 2, 3, 4 poses. Ronnie wins 4 poses if he gets the most muscular. So it's even.
Even.
That's
No,
how.
no, no, but
that's
listen,
how
okay.
close this is.
Okay. Ramy won the round 10-9 and lost 10-8 or 10-7 from the back by UFC.
Yeah, but
rule.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we're not in the UFC. We're in bodybuilding, and there's no 10-8 rounds. There's
Because if we
there's
do
no
go that
slam
route,
dunk.
it's a knockout from the back.
Yeah.
yeah.
It-
Well,
no,
then,
no
but then it will also be a knockout from the abs and thighs and the side tries and you know what I'm saying. So we can't go this way. We can't do it this way. Anyways, listen, it's even 4-4.
It's close. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Who would tie break? Tie break.
It's a tiebreaker. Okay. Who has a better posing routine?
Let's do the challenge round.
Yeah.
I'll do the audience.
I think I'm gonna take
Who's the audience favorite?
right.
Yeah.
Who's the people champion?
Yeah, who's the people champion?
Dude, it's so close. When you break it down like that, I mean, even when you start talking about posing, I mean, you know, Ronnie did more theatrical stuff, you know, with the king thing, all that kind of stuff. But Ramy's posing was, you know, like pretty like freaky too in some. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like to see him do that is so out of character that you, like people freaked out, right?
Yeah, shocked me. All right, listen. Now, since we got Marcus on the panel this week, we never got Marcus's top 6 in particular order. Marcus, I'm going to put you on the spot, and I'm going to ask you for your top 6 at this year's Olympia from what you know as of right now, which is not.
Let's start with the winner.
Okay, we always start with the winner.
Yeah, it's Big Ramy.
Okay, second place,
William.
Bonac.
Yeah.
Third place,
Hadi.
Hadi.
Yeah.
Fourth,
Labrada.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Fifth. Come on, Marcus. You're going to lose a couple of fans, but that's okay.
Let's That is full.
I think he's all red now.
He's
Okay.
like, who do I know better?
We got 4. Number 5,
Derek.
Derek. Number 6.
It's open.
No, you gotta pick one.
So many people too close.
You gotta pick one. You got one more spot. Come on.
How did you turn so red right now?
It's. I say the top 5. It's top 6. I get wrong.
No, give me the 6. Give me the 6th one. Come on. Just
Old school 6.
Markus is well known to don't give a fuck about anything. He says whatever he wants to say.
6.
Yeah. No filter.
Ah, damn. The pressure's on. Put that light on.
Markus, you can change it if you change your mind. That's not a problem. Andrew. Okay, so that means you do not have Mr. Olympia Brandon Curry in the top 6. That means you do not have Nick Walker in the top 6. Okay. See, I was there last week, and 2 minutes later, I changed my whole thing.
Yeah.
How many of you guys have changed it like over the last couple of weeks?
I
We were
changed
on
it
here a couple of weeks ago.
I change it every week, but Chet,
I do too.
we never made it in particular order. That's why that brings me to you, Chet Nichols. I know I shouldn't be doing this when somebody has more than one guy in the show.
Well, here's the thing. I think my guys are going to be first and second.
Okay, so in which order?
I'm not going to say which order because that would be. I think that one of my guys is going to win, and I think one of them is going to be second.
Okay. Okay, so but I got to put down something.
Chet, I have a question.
Okay.
Personal side. Who do you like more? Not from
Dude, personally, I like them both.
Hey, Chad.
That's a different question. I know.
I know this is off topic a little bit, but I'm just from a coaching standpoint. In your eyes, in '99, you had so many guys in the top 6, right?
Who did you like?
Yeah.
How did you see it? How did you see it?
I wonder more like, what did he tell these guys like leading up to the show the last couple of days?
In 99?
Did he go to every room and said, "You're gonna win, you're gonna
Dude,
win"?
in 99,
right?
Is he gonna
do some damage?
Is he gonna do like Milos and tell everybody you're gonna win? You're gonna win.
This is no shit. So I'd go to one room and I would look at him. We'd go take him through the poses and stuff. And I would call Kim and I go, "Holy fuck, I just left Flex's room. He looks nuts. Dude, this could be the year for him. This could be the year." And then I would go to Chris's room and I'm like, "You're not gonna believe this shit. I think Chris looks better than Flex.
Yeah.
Fucking looks better than Flex." I would call Kim and then I would go to Ronnie's room and I'd be like, "Oh shit.
Game over."
Yeah. And then I go
No,
back
this
to
must
Flex.
be really hard to be
It was tough,
somewhat
dude, that-
unbiased. Milos, and
Yeah.
you have more than one guy in the show too. This is how hard is it to be unbiased, even though you know
It's very
they expect from you to motivate them and tell them how good they really are.
But you know, my spirit always, if you, Chris, myself, and Markus are competing, and I'm training, and I'm friends, I would want each other to beat each other. You know, be the best.
Yeah.
It's let the best man win, shake hands afterwards. But if I compete with you in a ping pong match and you don't try hard, I'm not going to play. What the fuck? Why would I waste my time? Right? So we are at that level. Give me your best and let the best man win. So I would try to bring best out of all. Chad worked with the 3 of the most spectacular bodybuilders. I think that's the best top 3 in the history of Olympia. Ronnie, Flex, and Chris. 99, top 3 was the ultimate top 3 at Olympia, in my opinion. And Chris could have been second. And there's a question, he could have, if he could have even moved up. I'm serious. I mean, so many people don't really respect what Chris was bringing to the table. And when I had, and that was the Flex magazine, Muscle Fitness analysis of 99 Olympia, and I'm a big Flex fan, but we dissect pose by pose. I had Chris beat him on the virtue of being a wider. In many poses that width was very apparent. Crazy legs, better hamstring, all that stuff. But anyway, so Chad, you have a top 6.
All right, so obviously I've got my 2 guys first and second. I'm not gonna place them because I think they're both good. I mean, I'm gonna let the judges.
I'll place them for you. I got it.
All right. And then, I think
You
my
ain't
guys
got
are
to.
gonna,
You ain't got to say. You ain't got to say nothing.
I truly believe that they're going to be first and second.
Yeah.
Third place, I think, will be Hadi. Now, fourth place is where I get a little bit tricky because realistically, I think that it could be somebody else, but I can't believe that they would place Brandon Curry out of the top four.
So Brandon in fourth.
So I have Brandon in fourth. Now we come.
But are we picking in order what we think the judges are going to do, or what?
Yeah,
I want to know. I want to know how you see it.
I see it. I wouldn't have. I don't think I'd have Curry in the top four.
That's what I want to see. I want to know what you see, not what the judges might do.
But I think they're going to put him there.
Maybe they put him in second. We don't know that yet. But give me your top six.
Okay.
So I got Ramy, Bonac, Hadi.
Fourth, I think, will be Nick Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth, I think, will be Hunter Labrada.
Mm-hmm.
And sixth, Samson Dauda.
So Brandon out of the top six.
Out six.
Samson.
I don't think he will be. I think he'll be fourth.
Yeah, we could. I understand that. I understand that.
But yeah,
Milos, I'll remind you of your top six of last week.
It's every time different.
Yeah. I'll remind you. Last week you had Ramy winning. You had Bonac in second. You had Hadi in third. Samson in fourth. Brandon in fifth. Nick Walker in sixth. Is this still your final decision?
Now I'm gonna move Hadi to the second place because I consider this over and over. Hadi, this is Bonac many times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bonac beat Hadi only first Olympia 2019, and I actually said he didn't deserve it. I would give it to 2019 Hadi. And then when I thought about what he brings to the table, conditioning, both is going to be probably crazy with conditioning. Hadi has that little bit extra something of the Iranian hardness and is much wider. Lat spread is going to kill him. The front relax, standing relax is going to be way too dominant. Side chest, side tricep, the thing that Hadi does. I see Hadi. I mean, let me put it this way. And you said that before. Hadi is dangerous. Hadi is dangerous. Hadi is dangerous to Ramy, and we all say if Ramy brings the best ever, yeah, probably he wins. But Ramy still has that lat spread, low insertions issue. That I mean, if judges want to be particular and look detailed, God knows, So Ramy is winning, Hadi is second.
Okay, so Bonac slips in third, or you changing that too?
Third? Yeah, and slips in third. I have Samson. Of course, I like Samson's physique better than Williams. If you ask me, physique by physique, shape, V-taper, round muscle, all these things, just shape in general, beautiful, superhero, right? But as Chad says, how can you ignore so much density and just pure muscle? We are all fans of the muscle, right? And which is interesting. I do want to mention before I forget, Markus Rule, biggest freak in the history of
bodybuilding.
He picked Labrada, Derek, and Andrew Jack, aesthetic guys, right? Which is great for me to hear it, right? I was saying also, Dennis, for you, considering you're such a mass monster, look at that picture behind you. I mean, Jesus Christ, right?
You just saying that because I was wearing a shirt that says Milos.
No, you can't see. It says man.
No. But the shirt, the original picture has Milos.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You should make sure that Colosseum is visible. So anyway, Markus, that's very good opinion that you like aesthetics to come back in the body.
But I think Markus is going to change it. He's still thinking. Look at him.
Yeah, but anyway, so Hadi second, William third, Samson fourth. Now, I agree with. When you ask a question and you write it down at the end, you can say, "Chad, you were wrong. Milos, you were wrong," because what we think and what we think judge is going to do. I agree with that. Brandon cannot be lower than fourth, probably by the judging opinion, if he brings decent condition. Okay, if Brandon brings crazy condition, he is contender for the title. He is a former champion, 2 times runner-up. If he brings better than before, okay,
what previous condition does Brandon need to bring in order?
Yeah, one Arnold Classic when he won. I don't know, 2019 or whatever. Yeah, and even I said it many times. And Chad, I don't know what you think because you're the expert in conditioning. Even best condition of Brandon Curry, if his lifetime, was that any spectacular condition? You know, it was okay.
Yeah, average. Yeah.
Yeah, it was never whoa. So on merits of that and weaker legs, I mean, he can slip. Okay, if you say my opinion or what I think, judges.
Yours. I want your opinion.
Okay. Hold on a second.
You got. I'm gonna repeat. Ramy, Hadi,
yeah.
Bonac, Samson.
I think that Derek, actually, more and more I think, and more I see of him, because before my comments were lacking the striations and hardness to the front, and a couple of days ago, look at his Instagram, like most muscular shots, and you can actually see the feathers on the shoulders and the chest, exact thing that he was missing.
Right.
Because from the back, he's going to be spectacular. Okay. So I love Derek's shape. So if, I'm going by my vision of bodybuilding, this is what it is. I would put him, fifth?
Fifth. So, Derek.
Yeah.
And what about sixth?
Who did they have last week?
Last week you had Brandon in fifth and Nick Walker in sixth.
Nick Walker in sixth. Okay, listen,
so
guys.
either Brandon or Nick is moving out of the top 6 in your mind.
No, okay. I'm going to put Brandon because, again, it's my opinion, right? And I want aesthetics. I posted a picture of a Superman and Hulk for a reason. Do we want a Superman or do we want a Hulk? You know, all of us should look for a superhero in Superman, right? No, every muscle is there for a reason. Beautiful shape, like Markus. He picked the 3 aesthetic guys. I would put
Brandon in 6
and Brandon 6. Yeah.
So Nick Walker out at the top 6.
Yeah, but I have to say this. I've seen Nick. No, let me tell you.
Say it. Say it.
Nick is freaky. Nick is so fucking freaky. I mean, that fluorescent skin already, and that was like 2 weeks ago. So the conditioning, that when you look at it, it's like peeled already. So how can you ignore that?
You can't, but you can only put 6 in top 6.
Yeah, but for me, because of aesthetics and shape, which should matter.
I know.
But please, I know I talk too much. They're going to say, Milos, shut the fuck up. But one more
No, not this time. Not this time, Milos.
Hey, I'm arguing with Bob Ciccarello on my Instagram. You guys can read it. Fucking Bob. It's like ridiculous. It doesn't matter. So when we took away rounds, okay, by taking away symmetry round, we took away aesthetics component. Because before, this is the time when they were looking for a shape and aesthetics, symmetry, just look good standing there, not posing, right? So by removing this, okay, everything is together. No. Back in the day, symmetry round, I won some, and better symmetrical guys were gaining points there, and then
always losing points in this round.
You hate it. You probably told Bob to take them off.
So now you said you're arguing with Bob. Is that now recent? Now?
Yeah, yesterday. You go on my Instagram.
Why?
I mean, so I post the pictures from '97 Hungary, and there is a score sheet, and you can see, So I placed as high as 4th in a symmetry round. Lee Priest was 8th in symmetry round, and Lee Priest ended up 3rd at the end. It all balances out, but symmetry was for that aesthetics.
Yeah.
So aesthetic guys can, gain point. Right now, oh no, everything is judged at once. No, it's watered down. Before, give me aesthetics, okay, now you look muscularity. You beat me like Markus in muscularity, okay, I'm not surprised. But listen, for taking this posing round out, okay, They shit on the audience, and on mainstream, they have the most boring routines that nobody wants to see. And you don't have a masterpiece of Lila Brada, McCavey, Madeline Anthony, Chris Cormier, shit. Before, and Dennis, you know how it was, we were putting an effort to present ourselves in a federation with a beautiful routines. Now everybody goes there and you want to tell them, please leave. I mean, I don't want to even watch it for 1 minute.
Yeah, but we talked about this already so many times.
Yeah.
But
and then Bob's brilliance is, just bring the prize money for a posing routine. Okay.
Yeah, but there's a difference between the best poser or most entertaining poser. It's not the same.
I know, but back in the day, it's not entertainment that was judged. There was physique.
Yeah.
Entertain.
But here's the thing: that automatically the one who wins the physique round wins the posing round.
You should. I mean, pretty much. Listen, okay, Melvin squeaked in front of Flex in 2003. Ironman, I was preparing Flex, and Flex was leading after prejudging. And then Melvin does what he does. He looks great, and he just that little edge. Okay, in the Symmetry round, little edge here and there, but it was for a reason, I know it's not going to be changed ever, but was that a good change? No. And then Bob was smart ass to comment on my post. You see, how can fucking Paul Dillette beat you in a posing round? Paul cannot pose word of shit. We all know that, but still he lifts his arms and just stay like this, like a Jesus Christ, and he wins.
like the statue in Rio. Yeah. All right, Chris, has anything changed for you? I'm gonna repeat your top 6 from last week. Ramy first, Brandon second, William third, Hadi fourth, Nick fifth, Samson sixth. Has that changed?
Switching Hadi and Nick.
Switch Hadi and Nick. So Hadi in fifth, Nick in fourth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was my last two?
And then you had Samson in sixth.
Okay.
Stays the same. Just switch Hadi and Nick. Okay. I'll stick to mine.
Which is?
Simply because I'm not ready to switch it yet. Ramy first, Nick in second, Brandon in third, Bonac in fourth, Hadi in fifth, Derek in sixth. I'll keep my switch until the week before the show. That's when I come out with my new top
Curry?
6.
Where was Curry?
Now, hold on.
I had Curry in third.
This is what you want, or you think the judge is going to do?
What I want is a different ball game. No, I can't say.
You asked me, and I what you want.
You can't put on there what you think the judges are going to do.
No, but you guys understand the miscommunication here.
Oh, the ratings.
No. What I said, not what I want. What if I want this to happen? What I want to happen is totally different. But what I think when I look at the physiques now, that's what I see.
We didn't get the same courtesy as you, though.
Why?
I don't know. You made us do it like, okay, this is what you want.
Yeah. No, but not what you want. What you think. Not what the judge. I don't want to. This is not what I think. What the judges are going to do. This is what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
So I'm still keeping it real. This is what I think is going to happen. But I also know for sure that this is going to change.
I got a question though. Here's the thing. So like I said earlier, I think like Nick Walker is pushing all in on condition. I think it's obvious that's what they're doing. I think it's a smart move. But like on some of the guys like Derek, for me, Derek is, again, like I said last time I was on here, that he's the biggest gamble. Mm-hmm. Like I think because he's unproven in this lineup. I think he's super, super impressive. But and I'm curious, like, what you think, or even Milos and stuff, like, what they think. What does the game plan have to be for him? Does he have to come in bigger? Because obviously people think of him as a 212 guy. Does he have to push in on conditioning? Because in my opinion, he's not ever been, like, crazy conditioned, but he's been lean, but he's not been, like, super dry, like, freaky. Like, what does he have to do to make, like, the top 3? Like, what do you guys think? I
think that, this is my opinion, okay? I think that Derek won't be he won't have the condition that he would like to have. I think they're going to have to find a happy medium with the fullness in order to be able to compete with the guys and condition. So I think his condition will not be as good as it was last year. Well,
You think he looked good last year?
Milos pointed that out. He was better from the back than from the front.
He didn't look that good last year, I didn't think.
He
I thought
was
I thought
very
he was not at his peak.
he was very impressive from the rear. Glutes were dug out. I mean, from the back he was better than from the front. But could that be because he had to suck down? Could he flatten out in some areas where
He was not how he should be looking.
Well, it was good enough to beat Sean Clarita, who was fucking crazy.
he's that good,
So,
though.
but I think Chat's going again. I think that this year is going to be. He's just going to be fuller. He looks like he's put on 20 or 30 pounds of muscle, and therefore gets away with being a little bit less conditioned.
I agree with Chris, and you pointed out, and I think Chad also, that conditioning was not crazy. You know, especially when he came to the front, I actually thought the front relaxed and sides, like, oh, he's off. But then he turns to the back. It's like, Jesus Christ, completely different, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the back, he was dry, conditioned, strided, V-tapered, everything. So as I was saying before, I didn't consider him contender because from the front, he's going to lose in the hardness and striations in the department. We saw him guest post 240 before 212, last year. And I was, if he can just bring that more size. I don't think he needs to play the size game because he's never going to outsize anyone. He has a wide structure, and wide structure is going to stay there, whether flat or full, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as Chris was saying in some of the shows, he knows his strength. He's not going to try to out-muscle Ronnie. He's not going to try to be bigger than Ronnie. He's going to go with his. So Derek Lunsford from the back is going to be hard to beat.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
I agree.
And now I'm seeing this going on. And if this is going on and legs are bigger, he is a legitimate contender. But then again, we didn't see him next to 300-pound Ramy and 255-pound Nick Walker. And I don't know what Samson is going to be, So he might be kind of lost in the mass monsters, taller guys, bigger guys. He might be lost. So it's like if he's immediately accepted and then he could be like Lila Brada fighting the Ligani.
Do you think because he's the 212 Mr. Olympia, he's going to get a better look?
No, I don't think that matters at all. I mean, same thing if Flex Lewis.
What about with Hadi? Hadi was the 212.
Yeah, but Hadi comes conditioned and he has everything. Hadi, if you follow him, I follow him 2016 when he turned pro in Dubai and next day competed in a Cheru Classic. It was crazy condition and everything was there. And then he goes to Vancouver and wins the Open against Nathan Diaz and Bollier and shit like that, right? I mean, he's beating legitimate contenders. And then, but coming to Olympia, no, stay 212. And I'm glad they had the guts to go into the Open division. And listen, politically, Iranian guy that doesn't speak English, like they say, he has no chance. They put him there top 3, and I saw him winning. I might be crazy. I saw him winning. So Hadi, for 6 years already that I'm seeing him, he has spectacular physique. He didn't have a back detail of Chris Cormier, maybe, right? He still in that department could improve. But from the front, from the side, width, roundness, striations everywhere. So can Derek bring? It's really a gamble. I say if he goes there, I don't see him winning. I've heard some experts saying it's going to be between him and Ramy, and then they're going to decide. I don't see that happening.
Okay.
Welcome back, Chat.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm completely lost.
Looked like you ran out of data.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were just talking about Derek Lunsford and what were we talking about?
No, but it's his chance. I mean, nice for you to pay attention. That was detailed. Markus, how come you see here Derek in top 5?
I think we have a lot of big guys in front.
Uh-huh.
We also need some symmetry guys in the top 6 also. That's why I expect Hunter Labrada into the top 5. I think, in my opinion, Hunter looks phenomenal. I think you have the whole package. You have the symmetry, you have the size, you have the conditioning. He poses crazy. You have the right name.
Yeah.
But Marcus, so you think that the Brandon symmetry is not enough to keep him in the top 6 as a former Mr. Olympia?
I think you have a big mistake from the upper to the lower body. It was always my thing. I think I love Brandon. I love him so many years, and I've seen so many
he's
years.
gonna unfollow you after this, right?
Yeah, I know. But I'm sorry for that, Brandon. Anyway, I respect you so much. You're a Mr. Olympia, very, very successful, and I like him so much. But I think with all these guys who always have these perfect bodies, from the upper to the lower side, Brandon is going to be a mistake from the upper to the lower body. That's why I don't put him in the top 6 anymore.
I have a question for all of you guys, because we always talk about the Olympia if everybody's 100%, and we always say this every year, and it's never the case. Every year we are disappointed that the people are not in shape. Okay, so out of all the guys we mentioned now in the top 6, who is the one most likely disappointing us again with condition? Milos, I'm gonna start with you.
I would say Brandon, but it's hard to say this because Brandon was second last year, pushed Ramy, there was 1 point, so what the hell are you talking?
Wait. It was 1 point after prejudging.
Hey, at any point, there was a 1 point. That was
1 point is way too many points for me. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but,
But Milos, 1 point is more than enough.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need. Yeah. But listen, I mean, this is how it is. I love Brandon's physique, but I make comments many times. I was never impressed with his condition. Mm-hmm. I would want, for the love of God, you were Mr. Olympia 2 times. Bring that conditioning, the best you have ever been. I mean, that's how I talk to Samson. Listen, whatever you've been before, forget about this. You have to go next level. You have to be in the waters that you've never been before. What does that look like? We don't know. I mean, you guys don't know when we dieted down and then, oh shit, I'm ripped and I'm dry. Oh, good. But then you don't think even it can be any better. But then you continue dieting and 7 days later, oh shit, I'm even better. Okay. So how far can you go? I don't think that Brandon ever went there because he likes, it's enough. Okay. So for me, if Brandon comes ripped to pieces, he can might as well win the show. So on your question, who I think that more than likely, Ramy is going to be in shape, Bonac is going to be in shape, Hadi is going to be in shape, I'm sure Samson's going to be in shape. Okay, Derek, that's interesting that Chad and Chris didn't see him conditioned last year. And I agree, from the front, he left me that impression. He was not impressive. From the back, he was super conditioned. Can he bring both sides? I don't know. So for one guy only, you say who's going to more than likely disappoint? I think that Brandon is not going to bring his best condition.
I think Brandon, here's the thing about Brandon too. So it's hard to get a read on him because, I mean, if you look at the last video, it's hard to tell because, I mean, they're literally filming it from down at the end of the block.
Yeah, to make him look huge.
Yeah, it's a block away, and you're trying to get a shot of him what he looks like, which I get, but he looks relatively big and conditioned in the video, and so the question is, can he stay that size and come in conditioned? I mean, that's the question, and I mean, and are we not seeing all the things? Is the distance giving him more depth, or is it not? It's hard to say.
The distance is giving better condition. We always see it every year, and every year, and also because you're almost on the floor taking a picture. I mean, of course, you give him 20 pounds when you look at him. You know what I mean? So because we've seen it every year where they take the videos from the same spot. It's got to be a good light. That's why you have your favorite spot where you look the best. Sure. And then on stage, the legs still look like they're not up to par because in those videos, the legs look like they're up to par.
They look better in that video, and that's what I'm saying.
That was the same. That was the same last year and 2 years ago. It's the same thing, same video. I'm like, damn, he brought his legs up, and then at the end, the legs, from the front still looked like they were a little bit undersized. So, I mean, I don't go by videos anymore. Trust me, I took so many pictures of my fucking self that I don't believe a damn thing I see until I see it step on stage and delivering. I'd rather see people fucking don't even look impressive on pictures. And that's why I'm so excited about Ramy, because he doesn't look as impressive in pictures as he is in fucking real life.
But he looks impressive on pictures also.
I understand, but when I took so many pictures of him where I was like, fuck, why doesn't this look like what I'm looking at right now? I'm looking at the pictures. It's not the same. I take that picture again and again and again. I'm going nuts. I was like,
use a different angle, Dennis. Use a different angle.
Yeah, I tried it all, man. I was like, it's just not.
I'm looking at the most interested in seeing, though, is Andrew Jack, mainly because I haven't seen him yet in person.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Andrew Jack in person yet. And I mean, I think that his physique, to me, he has so much potential. Like, I mean, I like taller guys. I mean, he's 6'2". He's a big guy, but he's structurally good as well. I think that, I think we're going to see, I think we're going to be all disappointed in him, because I think we see what he could potentially be.
Right.
We haven't seen that yet, but we know it's there.
Kind of like Ramy in his early days.
In the early days, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Are we disrespecting guys like Ian Bayer by not mentioning it at all?
No, I mean, here's the thing about Ian. He's another one that's kind of tricky, because I think he has definitely added some muscle this year. I just don't know if that, he's a guy that lacked a little bit of separation to begin with. And so he added a little bit of muscle, and I'm not 100% sure it benefited him. You know what I mean? Like, I think there was some areas still lacking and stuff, but I don't know. I think he's going to be a guy we're just going to have to see. We're going to have to see him. He looks like he's in shape. He looks like he's improved. He looks like he's bigger. I think the question is, does he have a more prove 3D look to him? Does he have that depth to the separation and stuff? Because I think that's what he lacked to begin with, is that depth. I think even if he's bigger, I think if he lacks a little bit of that, he'll be out of the top 10. But I think if he has improved in that, he could be a guy that surprises the fuck out of everybody.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Genetics
Listen.
going to play a big factor, I think, this year.
Yeah. And at that note, we're going to leave it right here. Thank you guys, man. As always, my time is up, like 7-Up. And we're going to, and I'm out of here like last year. So, listen, Thank you guys. Chat, I appreciate you, man. Marcus, thank you for coming on.
Thanks so much,
Milos
guys.
and Chris, you guys, hey, I love you guys. You know that. So I'm looking forward to talking.
It's good to see you, man.
I'm looking
It's great
forward.
seeing you, Marcus.
Yeah.
Great seeing you.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon, man. Take care. Chat. We'll talk.
We'll talk, man.
All right.
Bring my nephews to the Olympia. I want to see them.
Hey, dude, I'm going to bring him out there. We're coming out there. I told him you're going to torch him.
All right.
That's
All right.
right.
Thank you, guys.
Bring them
You
down
guys
to the
you guys can talk. I'm not going to leave the room. Let me listen to you and chat.
All right. Peace out. Yeah, peace out.